Welcome back to another episode of the Art Sensei. Today we're going to be looking at 3 art products that I've been wanting to review for a while, just haven't had a chance to. It's going to be the Faber 12 count 9000 pencils. These are my go-to pencils for my figure drawings and for layouts. The General Multi-Pastel chalk pencils, pastels. They are great for composition, drawing the figure, getting the pose right, and they come in really cool earth tones. And last but not least, the Copic Multiliner. These are still brand new. I haven't touched them just because I have a ton already, but I can never have enough of these. These are the replaceable ones. They are not the disposable ones, so you can change the nibs and the cartridges. But I will show you in the video. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and if you do, please give a like and leave a comment. Always love to read your comments, and I love to respond. Alright, let's get to it. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Copic Multiliner set. This is the SP line. This set comes with, you got your 0.1, 0.35s, you got your 0.03, 0.05, 0.3. You got your brush, your 0.7, 0.5, 0.2, and 0.25. These are a great set to have. They are a little pricey. If they're not within your price range, you can always do the disposable Copic multiliners. Those are just as good, but I do notice that their tips are not metal. They're more of a plastic type tip, so they tend to bend. So I'm going to show you quickly here. Just a quick inking of this character. This one's a little dried out. I'll use my 0.35 here. I used to use microns almost exclusively, and there is nothing wrong with microns. But my biggest pet peeve with microns was constantly having to buy the same marker. And they wouldn't be completely dried out, so then I would keep it. And then I would get confused which one is not the dry one, and then you go to use it, and then you're using the dry one instead of the new one that you just purchased, because most places sell them individually and they're not in a package, so it's kind of hard to tell which one is your new one. But I will show you what the replacements look like. And that's just a quick inking of it. The tip is replaceable, so you can actually pull this out. That's what the tip looks like. It's really, really cool. And you got to be careful putting it in because it could bend. And here is the cartridge. And it has a ton of ink. It's not like the Copics where they're constantly running dry. That other one I've had for a really long time, so that's why it's dried out. But I do have a replacement. But now I have this new package, which I intend to use. Haven't been inking as much, so haven't really had the need to use it. If you do see these at the store, these are the replacements. You have to look out for the numbering. So A's are 0.03, 0.05, and 0.1. Your B's are going to be any higher level, and then I believe the brush has a different letter, but I have never seen it. I've never run out of ink on my brush one, so I have destroyed the tip though, and that's why it looks like the way it does. But with these, what's cool is I like to keep them as a mark making tool. You can get some really cool effects with this kind of mark. You can almost hold it like I hold my pencil and get some cool effects. You know, this could be like a waterfall. You know, drawing with ink gives you a little bit more freedom than drawing with a pencil. It's just committing to the line that people struggle with. You know, with pencil you can erase your mistake. With ink, you kind of have to use whiteout. This is the Copic Gaussian Feud. And I like to use this one more for really subtle shapes. Like if there's a robot with a real metal-like exterior, I like to use it to accentuate the metallic look of it. And that's why the brush is really destroyed. This is not part of the Copic Multiliner set. This is just one of their Copic brushes. But I do recommend experimenting. That's part of the fun with Copic. There's such a wide variety of Copic tools to use. But that is the Multiliner set. I will say though, this is one of those ones that I would borrow. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying until you know for sure you're going to like them. They are an acquired taste, especially if you're a Micron head. It took me a long time to get used to not using the Micron, but these have been a workhorse. They're great. They blend really well with Copic markers. So I don't know if you've noticed this with Microns, but when you use a Micron and then you use your Copic over it, it will kind of wash out. This one is not like that. This one, when you use a Copic brush, it will keep its solid black lines, and so that's a huge thing, especially if you use Copics a lot like I do. So I will say I'm gonna give it a skip it, or not skip it, borrow it, not skip it, borrow it. Definitely borrow it until you like them, and then I would look into buying them one by one. A set like this is gonna run you back about $80, so it is kind of pricey. But if you buy them individually, they're almost $9. So, you know, getting a set of 10, you actually do save a little bit. But if you only really use like a 0.05 or a 0.1, just buy one and see how you like it. So I'm going to give it kind of in between. So borrow it or just buy one and see how you like it. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed. As always, don't forget to keep it over 9,000. Take care.